Welcome to this episode of Custom on a Budget. Isn't it true? Every land yacht needs a proper horn. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to try to get a proper truck style air horn in this one so that it can have a little more personality when we run into people in town. And so we'll keep you along for the ride. Joining us today to be our film man is the Stig. But anyhow, on to the project. All right, so we purchased this air horn kit off of Amazon. It comes with a compressor, and it's a single gear. This just blows, and this is actually the air horn. I think it's 18 inches long. I'll try to post a link in the video as well. This is what we're going to install today. It's going to give it personality. This thing blows. It really is strong, and it's fun to listen to. So we'll try to find a place to put it. All right, so we got to figure out where to put it. Trying to go inside the hood, and there's just not much room in the van. So there's a little area in the framing cross rails, but we're going to see if it's possible to put it here inside the grill. So let's see if it'll fit. All right, so I think this is what we landed on. We're going to try to put this air horn crossways down in here, and then this actual compressor, I'm going to pick it up and screw. This is a nice chunk of metal right here of sheet metal, so we're going to drill through and kind of leave it hanging down, and the air hose to come over into the air horn. And then conveniently, our horns are right behind this headlight here, so we should be able to tap off the wiring there. It came with a full assembly of preset parts, but if my horn wires are substantial enough, I'm not going to use all this. I'm just going to tap that little compressor in directly because I don't think the amperage is that high. So we'll see what happens. All right, so we ran the sheet metal screw down into here on the bracket because I had really solid steel there. You can use the bolts that come with it, or you can use these self-drilling screws. Same thing here on the back. I don't really want to come forward and get this forward one because there's a transmission cooler line coming through there, I believe. And we're going to go ahead and pick this guy up to whatever room we have in the hose and get that mounted, and then start going for wiring. All right, so I think we got a plan. What do you think, Stig? Cool. Then we'll do it. All right, so I think that we're going to go ahead and take this and put it down here on this little piece of white metal because I can't get a drill in straight through here, and I'm struggling with having enough air hose, and so I think we're going to mount it right down to this rail. Here we go. All right, so we need to take the headlight off to get to the horns and their wiring down below so I can piggyback off down to that pump. So here we go. Gotta pull up the tabs on this old Dodge van to get these things loose. And then it starts popping out. We'll see if there's anything we need to unload on the bottom as well. Doesn't look like it. Easy as that. All right, so we've got this big old, I think it's a 14 gauge or 12 gauge wire on here. And so we put a 90-degree blade connect on it. We're going to take it down and plug it into the back of the compressor. And it should have plenty of oomph. They're always awkward to get them on here, but we'll get around there. All right, so the haters are going to hate, but I'm going to do this anyhow. So we have a blade connector with a 90-degree on it, and then our ground side, I'm running short on wire, so we're going to use a red wire as well. So we'll have a red wire for ground, a red wire for positive, but it's going to be what it's going to be today. You can always change it, but it's pretty stinking simple. So we get it crimped on here, and once it's crimped on, nice and snug, we're going to plug it into the negative side of the pump and bring it up here to this nice piece of steel and put a ring eyelet on here and connect a really good ground. All right, gold-plated ring terminal, wire, crimp. Here we go. And I know some people argue that soldering is better. You people are right. Soldering is better. When it's a really critical project, I do it. When it's, a horn for fun. I'm not going to worry about it on this particular project. I think it'll be fine. Alright, so we're going to put the headlight in if I can figure out how it faces. I think I got it right now. And so these things, you just slide 3 points into their access holes again. Make sure they're all good and lined up. Push down the fasteners if everything's in. There we go. Reset. Alright. Put the grill back on. Then we're going to go for a drive and test it out. These little screws right here are always the pain to get in. The ones that come in from the side, but they're not too bad as far as automotive work goes. All right, we're gonna go for a little drive for snacks and see if we can find a place or two to test it out.
We had fun with this one. Stay tuned, keep on watching, because we're going to do lots more fun projects in the future.